Imagine being so great at your craft that they make movies on your life. The story of a young man who beats dozens of people with ease. This great master's disciple went on to become the biggest martial artist in history. I'm talking about Bruce Lee's mentor, arguably the most powerful kung fu master, Yip Man. Yip Man, the origins. Born in 1893 in Foshan, China, Yip Man was no ordinary child. Raised in a wealthy family, he had access to the finest education, but his true calling lay elsewhere. At just 7 years old, he began training in Wing Chun under the great Chan Hua Shun. But fate had a cruel sense of timing. His master was aging, and after only a few years, he passed away, leaving a young Yip to continue under senior disciple Ng Chung Sok. Wing Chun is a parallel of Kung Fu, influenced from the southern style of the martial art. Determined to master his craft, Yip Man traveled to Hong Kong as a teenager, and things were only going to get better for him. At the time, Yip was confident in his skills, or should we say, overconfident? He almost quit Kung Fu in the beginning. Despite his rapid rise in Wing Chun, Yip Man's confidence was shattered when he faced Long Bick in Hong Kong. Expecting to impress everyone, he instead found himself humiliated. Not once, but twice. Long Bick dismantled his techniques effortlessly, exposing flaws Yip never knew he had. It wasn't just a defeat, it was a reckoning. Shame consumed. How could he call himself a martial artist when he had been so easily outmatched? For a time, he withdrew from the world of Kung Fu, refusing to speak of his training. The once proud fighter, who had carried the legacy of his masters, was now just another man walking the streets of Hong Kong, his passion buried beneath the weight of failure. But fate wasn't done with him yet. This fall was not the end. It was the beginning of his transformation into a true legend. You see, Long Bick wasn't an ordinary person either. He was the son of Wing Chun's legendary grandmaster, and Yip decided to become his disciple. Under new guidance, Yip's skills evolved, reaching an almost supernatural. His strikes became faster, his movements sharper. By the time he returned to Foshan, he wasn't just a skilled fighter. He was a force to be reckoned with, destined to become one of the greatest kung fu masters in history. And just when things were going well, Yip Man's life took a dark turn with the outbreak of the Second Sino-Japanese War in 1937. When the Japanese occupied Foshan, they sought out martial artists to train their soldiers. Yip Man, a proud man of principle, refused. His defiance came at a cost. His wealth was seized, and he was forced into poverty. Once a respected master, he now struggled to feed his family. Hunger and hardship became his new reality, but he never bent to the invaders. Just as the war ended in 1945, another storm brewed, the Chinese Civil War. As the communists rose to power, they targeted the wealthy and influential. With his status as a former police officer and a known martial artist, Yip Man became a marked man. Friends vanished, and staying in China became a death sentence. In 1949, with nothing but his skill and determination, he fled to Hong Kong. He arrived as a broken man, penniless, displaced forever. In Hong Kong, Yip Man was a man without a home, without wealth, and seemingly without a future. But one thing remained: his Kung Fu. Desperate to survive, he began teaching Wing Chun in secret, training students in dimly lit back rooms and rented spaces. At first, few believed in his methods. Wing Chun was unconventional, relying on speed, precision, and close quarters combat. But those who stayed quickly realized they were learning something extraordinary. However, teaching martial arts under British colonial rule was no easy feat. Regulations and bureaucracy made it nearly impossible to operate a formal school. Martial artists were often seen as troublemakers, and opening a legitimate school required connections and influence, neither of which Yip Man had. Forced to move from location to location, he struggled to keep his students together, but despite the obstacles, he refused to give up. Against all odds, his underground teachings would soon spark a revolution in martial art. The shining star. Yip Man's underground school slowly gained recognition, but it was in the 1950s that he would take on a student who would change martial arts forever. His shining star, Bruce Lee. Bruce was just a restless teenager when he first met Yip Man, a street fighter with raw talent, full of energy, but his technique was undisciplined. He sought out Yip Man to refine his skills, and under the Wing Chun master's guidance, Bruce transformed from a scrappy brawler into a precision fighter. Yip Man didn't just teach him how to fight, he taught him control, philosophy, and the true essence of Kung Fu. Despite their bond, Bruce Lee's heritage caused some controversy among Yip Man's traditional students, who believed Wing Chun should not be taught to non-Chinese. You see, Bruce's mother was of Eurasian descent, and traditional martial artists prefer to keep their skills highly refined and away from outsiders. But Yip Man saw Bruce's potential and continued to train him. Their relationship was built on mutual respect, and Bruce later credited Yip Man as one of his greatest influences. Though Bruce eventually developed his own martial art, Jeet Kune Do, he always paid homage to his Wing Chun root, ensuring that Yip Man's legacy would live on through him. This was only the beginning. While Bruce Lee became Yip Man's most famous student, he was far from the only one to carry on the master's legacy. Yip Man trained several disciples who would go on to revolutionize the world of Kung Fu in their own way. One of his most dedicated students was Wang Shun Leung, a fierce fighter known for testing Wing Chun in real combat. He participated in numerous Beimo challenge fights and proved the effectiveness of Yip Man's teachings, earning the reputation of being one of Wing Chun's deadliest practitioners. Then there was Mo Yat, who took a different approach. Instead of fighting, he became a scholar of Wing Chun, documenting Yip Man's techniques and preserving the system for future generations. His contributions helped spread Wing Chun beyond China, making it a respected global martial art. Long Ting, another of Yip Man's students, played a crucial role in modernizing and commercializing Wing Chun, founded the International Wing Chun Association, bringing Yip Man's teachings to thousands worldwide and ensuring that Wing Chun was recognized beyond just underground martial arts circles. Together, these students didn't just learn from Yip Man, they carried his teachings into the modern world, ensuring that his legacy would endure long after his passing. The man who made Kung Fu famous, Yip Man's legacy is nothing short of legendary. Once a struggling refugee, he became the man who took Wing Chun from the back alleys of Hong Kong to the world stage. Before him, Kung Fu was often shrouded in secrecy and passed down in small circles. But through his teachings, it became a mainstream martial art practiced by thousands and respected globally. He made his disciples what they are today, and his disciples played a crucial role in this transformation. Bruce Lee carried Yip Man's teachings into Hollywood, blending Wing Chun with his own philosophy to create Jeet Kune Do, forever changing martial arts cinema. Wang Shun Leung's challenge fight proved Wing Chun's real-world effectiveness, while Mo Yat and Long Ting preserved and expanded the art. Today, China proudly celebrates the man who once fled its shores. Foshan, his birthplace, now honors him with the Yip Man Memorial Hall, where his life and contributions are displayed. Statues, exhibitions, and Wing Chun academies stand as a testament to his influence. The Yip Man films, starring Donnie Yen, reignited global interest in Wing Chun, turning him into a pop culture icon. But his impact isn't just in movies, it's in real-life combat training. Law enforcement, military, and self-defense practitioners around the world study Wing Chun's efficiency, all thanks to Yip Man's dedication. His story is one of perseverance, struggle, and ultimate triumph. From war-torn China to shaping the greatest martial artist of all time, Yip Man changed the world of Kung Fu forever. He didn't just teach fighters, he built legends. And though he passed away in 1972, his influence continues to echo through every punch and every student who walks the path of Wing Chun. This is it for today's video. We hope that you liked it. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next one.